How about across the league? Who else are you liking? Obviously, Boston, Vegas. I mean,
Boston surprises me.
I know.
Man.
What is
Monty,
Monty
our
doing?
boy. I know.
Wow. I mean, last year where they finished in the end, which was a first round loss, to me that was like appropriate. I was like, if you asked me at the start of the season where would Boston finish at the end of the season, I'd say, okay, they just get into the playoffs, first round exit. And it's no slight against Monty.
Right.
It's no slight against the Bruins because I still think they were a good team, worthy of getting in the playoffs. But I think a first round exit, I'd say, yeah, they'd probably be like a 7-8 wild card team and then lose in the first round. Well, they go and set an NHL record. Yeah. So now everybody's like recalibrating what they think of this team, and then they lose in the first round because, I think, maybe some guys were nicked up and they got bullied around a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
Right? Yeah. By the Panthers. Now you think the loss of Krejci and Bergeron is going to affect their club, and turns out their back end is pretty stout. Their goaltending is for real. Mm-hmm. And the emergence of a young kid and Matthew Poitras, who's come in and done a nice job. Nice find. Good job by the scouting.
Yeah, right.
Second round pick, right? He got points in the OHL, but sometimes that can be, you wonder what a player's going to be. Because I've watched some junior hockey, and some of these games and teams that players play on, it's all offense. So you wonder if it translates in the NHL, right? Like how is this something like when somebody gets 100 points in junior, like, boy, is that really going to be? But the reality is, if the guy can make plays and has the confidence and is given the rope to try and make plays, I mean, turns out that it is translatable. And this Poitras's done a really nice job. He's not going back to junior at all. Mm-hmm. And I don't even think he would play World Juniors. He's a 19-year-old. Even if if Canada want him for World Juniors at Christmas time, the Bruins can't give him up. He's been that good for them.
Yeah, right.
And it kind of, he might be their most talented center that they have.
Yeah.
Coyle's a nice third-line center to me. Zacha, he's probably a 2, but Poitras turns out to be, if you're looking at pure talent, he probably lacks strength and lacks experience, but as far as talent's concerned, he might be their best center, which is crazy.
It's crazy. Right? I just was amazed that I just laughed because when we had a couple months ago, we had our 25th anniversary, and Monty's there, and I was kind of busting his chops. I was like, it'll be a little different there, Monty, without the old Cappy Patrice, and losing Krejci, but I was telling them, Boucher, when we went to the trainers meetings with Tovey, one of our sponsors, Hockey Stick company, and I saw the boys from Boston, the equipment guys, and they're like, dude, he's been in there training like he's going to play. So they were like, we don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, maybe he's going to come back. Maybe he waits a little bit and comes back, but obviously not now. But what a start, Monty.
And you know what? I think, for Monty, he probably felt like the pressure was on.
Yeah.
So these first 10 games were important.
Yeah.
And their schedule was in their favor too. Like, look at the teams that they were playing.
Right.
Up until maybe last night they played Florida. I think before that, maybe their only real toughest opponent was like LA.
Okay.
Although it turns out Anaheim's a lot tougher to play against this year than they were in the past, but they played Chicago twice. I'd have to go back, but it was not a strong schedule.
It's not a strong schedule to start.
But even with that, though, without a strong schedule, say you come out stumbling and you lose to those teams, now the heat really cranks up.
Oh, yeah.
So good for Monty, good start. I think now they can kind of settle in, and they're not going to continue this pace, but they're going to be a team that gets in. I mean, that first 10 games set the tone, and they got 2 very, very good goalies. Which helps. A lot of teams don't have that.
I know.
Yeah.
This is already open.
No,
so
I did. I hope it's
did?
clean. Yeah, I did it by accident because I had my other one sitting here.
If I pass out
here,
here,
he goes down, boys. I did it accidentally when I came in. I grabbed the wrong. Yeah.
Oh.
He refills. Not to a goalie, he would never do that, buddy.